Hello and welcome to this sixth form subject information video for A-Level Spanish at Wootton Park School. My name is Mr. Kilcoyne. I'm one of the heads of sixth form at Wootton Park and I'm also the curriculum lead for languages. In this presentation, I will take you through some information about studying Spanish at A-Level, what you can expect to study in this subject, who should consider this subject, so what sort of learner will be suited to it, how the subject is examined at A-Level, and why you might choose to study Spanish with us at Wootton Park. Spanish is a hugely important world language, which obviously you would know if you're already considering studying it at this stage. It's spoken by more than 572 million people worldwide and is the native language for almost all of South and Central America, Spain, parts of the Caribbean, and some coastal areas of Africa. It's a growing language and is currently the third most widely spoken language in the world and is hugely useful for business, trade, and travel. Studying Spanish can open up a huge range of opportunities to you and is the most important post-Brexit language for business, according to the latest Chamber of Commerce report. It is useful if you're considering living, working, or studying abroad in the future and can open up opportunities with major international companies and the political and diplomatic services. If you choose to study Spanish at A-Level, it is a 2-year course examined at the end of the second year. In the lower sixth, you study a range of different themes, including aspects of multiculturalism and immigration, how racism works in Spain, integration, and the meaning of globalization, Spanish as a truly global language. We also look at diversity, the rights of asylum seekers, and crime and punishment. We look at how traditions and society is changing in Spain, including family values, divorce, and the role of the church in shaping Spanish society. We look at the development of modern Spain since Franco, the dawn of democracy, equality and sexism, feminism, gender-based violence, and the role of technology in shaping modern Spanish society. We also look at cultural aspects, including music, television, film, art, architecture, and cultural heritage across Spain and the Spanish-speaking world. We look at festivals and the wider Spanish-speaking world, as well as regional differences, including food, geography, and traditions, and the history of Spain before the modern Spanish state. In the upper sixth, we study aspects of politics. We look in detail at how Spain transitioned to democracy in the late 1970s and 80s. We look at political movements within Spain and the importance of protest and social movements to how Spain as a society developed. We look at the Spanish monarchy and how young people and their culture is developing in Spain today. You also complete, as with all other A-Level languages, an independent research project, which forms the major part of the speaking examination at A-Level. Candidates give a presentation on a topic of their choice. Within the department, we have supported learners in the past to look at aspects of art, so looking at Spanish artists such as Dalí, Gaudí, or Miró. We look at geography or a regional identity, so looking at the regional identity, for instance, of the Basque Country, Catalonia, or Andalusia. You can look at aspects of history, from the Catholic monarchs and the role of the monarchy in Spain, all the way to Moorish Spain. And you can look at aspects of Spanish cinema, as long as it's not the same aspect of cinema that we study as part of the general course. This is up to you, and you can really show what you are interested in and delve into something that's particular and pertinent, personal to you. We also look in detail at a piece of Spanish literature and a Spanish film. This is up for debate each year as to what we might choose to focus on, and within the department we have a range of different specialities and experiences within our current teaching staff. We have currently chosen to look at La Casa de Bernarda Alba, which is a seminal piece of classic literature by Federico García Lorca, which looks at the role of women in Spanish society and how society has changed over time. We've chosen to look in the film at El laberinto del fauno, Pan's Labyrinth, which is a historical fantasy based at the time of the Spanish Civil War. We look at cinematography, we look at writing and literary analysis, and also how something is staged. We look at the acting and the techniques and features and effects used. In both sixth form years, you will want to advance your knowledge and understanding of grammar, and will look at different past tenses, the subjunctive and complex phrasing, as well as improving fluency and spontaneity, and extending how you are aware of idiom and cultural expressions. We will study cultural items and we'll use authentic materials. We'll look at films, trailers, and documentaries, and we'll encourage you to broaden your understanding by reading around, looking at newspapers, television reports, and accessing Spanish radio. We have a really well-resourced department, and we've developed a detailed and ambitious scheme of work which prepares our learners well for the demands of the examination at A-level. We will issue and use the Oxford AQA A-Level Spanish Caboodle book, and we'll support that with the Hodder AQA A-Level Spanish book. The set text that we wish to use will also be provided, and the library is stocked with other useful Spanish texts and books, including parallel readers, short stories, and literature in Spanish, as well as a range of Spanish films which you can borrow or watch in school. Examples of the books that we might use are on the side of this screen. In addition to this, sixth formers will have the chance to subscribe to a Spanish language magazine. The specification for the course can be found by following the link on the bottom of this screen. Learners who should consider taking Spanish, in addition to the standard 5 grade 4s or above to enter Wootton Park Sixth Form, need to have gained a grade 7 or higher at GCSE. You need to be really interested in Spanish as a language and also in the culture of Spain and the wider Spanish-speaking world. We don't aim to be exclusive in setting this as a grade 7 as our entry requirement, but in the experience of our department, you would need to be at this grade to be able to manage to cope well with the demands of the course and be able to enjoy your studies. Spanish would suit any ambitious and driven learner who really is interested in global affairs, international relations, how culture develops and what culture is, and language itself. You need to be self-motivated and independent, and you need to be able to be one of those people who seeks out opportunities to study, learn and practice outside of the classroom. The course goes very well with a whole range of other subjects. There's almost nothing it won't go with. It's a very good partner to other languages such as French and English, but also creative subjects, art and drama, or humanities and social sciences, history, geography, religious studies, politics or business. It makes a perfectly good complementary A-level alongside any other combination, such as sciences and maths. If you were going to consider studying, working or living abroad in the future, it's a very good idea to consider studying a language. It will be considered as a fourth subject for exceptional candidates to our sixth form. The subject is examined through 3 papers: Paper 1, Paper 2 and Paper 3, listening, reading and writing and translation, and speaking. Information about what those papers entail is on the screen now and can also be found in the specification. Why you might consider studying this with us at Wootton Park. Our languages department here is made up of really experienced teachers. We've got a number of people who are used to delivering the A-level course, and we have native Spanish speakers and experienced examiners on our staff. We have an outstanding department. In addition to the overall Ofsted Outstanding Judgment on the School in 2019, independent monitoring and standardisation of our languages provision in 2020 found us to be an extremely strong department with excellent learner engagement, strong assessment, planning and outcomes. The head of department has trained other languages teachers in an outstanding local partnership since 2012, and we know what good teaching looks like here. We have and will run trips and experiences abroad and believe this is an integral part of studying a language at A-level. We will do this wherever possible to bring the course to life. We'll also plan theatre, cinema and other cultural trips to link in to the course content, such as trips to the Instituto Cervantes in London. We'll plan university visits, and we will book careers talks and external speakers linked to languages. We will continue to offer our excellent feedback and one-to-one support, and we have excellent library and sixth form study facilities, along with Spanish resources for sixth formers to use. If you want any further information or need further clarification or advice, please contact me or Miss Rautenberg, the other head of sixth form, by email, or contact the school office, ring in, and we will get back to you. Thank you for your attention.